How's everyone doing today? Welcome back to Chefing with Shane. Today, we're making a delicious crock pot pulled pork recipe. And guys, pulled pork, very versatile, sandwiches, toppers, plenty of things you can do. I cannot wait to show you guys how to make this. Stick with me and let's make this together. All right guys, so for our pulled pork, we got ourselves a nice Smithfield pork boneless shoulder butt blade roast here. And we're gonna go ahead and obviously you can get whatever size that you want. I only got 2 people in the house, so I got a smaller roast. And we gotta go ahead and get this out of here, dry it off, and then we can begin to season it. All right guys, now that I got it out of the bag and the packaging, and I also took the netting off, because the netting is really only to help hold the shape when you're cooking the roast, but since we're doing pulled pork, the shape of this thing isn't gonna matter at all. So now I got some paper towels. I'm just gonna go ahead and pat this meat, get it as dry as I possibly can. And guys, I'm using the crock pot method on this one. I'm gonna start cooking it tomorrow morning before work. So when I come home, it'll be nice and done. So this is definitely gonna be a multi-part thing, but we're gonna go ahead, when we season this, it's gonna be marinating. So it's gonna be getting that seasoning and that marination going for all night long until I put it in the morning. So it's just gonna have so much more flavor. So that is pretty dry. Now we're gonna go ahead and get our seasoning ready. Before we season this, we're gonna go ahead and drizzle about 2 to 3 tablespoons of olive oil on it. And we're just gonna massage that olive oil into the meat. Both sides, obviously. It's gonna help our seasoning stick. And then when we sear it, because we're probably gonna sear it tomorrow, before we throw it in the crock pot, it's gonna get a nice golden crust. But yeah, just massage that olive oil in there. That feels good to me. Now we're gonna season it. Okay guys, now we're gonna go ahead and begin on this marinade. And by this marinade, I really just mean a whole bunch of seasonings. So we have a 1/3 cup of brown sugar going in there, a tablespoon of salt, and 2 teaspoons of black pepper. I'm gonna go in there with 2 teaspoons of garlic powder, 2 teaspoons of onion powder, 1 teaspoon of chili powder, 1 teaspoon of cayenne pepper, 2 teaspoons of ground cumin, 1 teaspoon of ground mustard powder, and lastly, we're gonna go in there with 1 tablespoon of paprika. And now we're just gonna whisk that together. Now, I know what you guys are thinking. You guys are thinking, that is a lot of seasoning. And that's because it is. But it's a lot of flavor, guys. It's like 8 different seasonings right there. It's a lot of flavor. This flavor is gonna be out of this world. So now that it's mixed up nice and well, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna rub this into our pork. All right, at this point, we're just gonna start dumping a lot of that seasoning on there. And we're just gonna massage that in there. Just get that in every single nook and cranny. Don't be afraid to go back for more. You wanna season this up. This is gonna be in the fridge. Marinate it as a minimum 6 hours, but I'm gonna marinate it overnight. It's gonna have so much flavor, guys. That looks about good for this side. Make sure we get that everywhere. Lift up the folds, get it in there. God, it smells so good. Trust me, you do not want to be skimping on the seasoning. Whatever's left, we're gonna just throw in the bag with it. And the olive oil really helps it to stick. But I mean, guys, that is just absolutely beautiful. My God, look at that. Now Oh, I missed a spot. But now that that's just beautifully seasoned, we're gonna go ahead and place it in a Ziploc bag. Guys, like I said, I'm gonna go ahead into a nice Ziploc bag for the night. And I'm actually gonna save that seasoning from the bowl. We're gonna dump all this seasoning that was on the cutting board in there. But I'm gonna save the bowl seasoning and I'm gonna add that in with the broth when we go ahead and start cooking this tomorrow. But I wish you guys could smell this. This is incredible. So now I'm just gonna seal it up and put it in the fridge overnight, and then I'll get back with you guys tomorrow morning when we throw this in the crock pot. All right, guys, it's the next morning, and this bad boy's been marinating all night long. Look at that, all those juices. It smells incredible. So we're just gonna take this out of the bag. Plop that down in there. And then we're just gonna, I'm using chicken broth. You can use water, beef broth. And we might even have to finish it off with water if I don't have enough broth. But chicken broth, and we're gonna fill it up about halfway up the meat. It's gonna keep it nice and tender. And add a nice, enhance that nice savory flavor. That looks good to me. And then the last thing we're gonna do is add in all the rest of that seasoning that we didn't use. Just gonna even make the flavor even better. All right, now let's go ahead, throw the lid on. And throw her on low. And then I gotta go to work, and when I get home, have an amazing dinner. That's the best thing about the crock pot, guys. You don't even, this is it, it's cooking. All right, guys, so it's been 10 hours. I just came back from a long day at work, and oh my God, guys, I walked in and the house smells amazing. Look at that, just simmering. I wish you guys could smell this. Oh my God, it's gonna be so tender. We're gonna leave that in there for a few more minutes because we're about to whip up some mac and cheese. So I got 2 8-ounce packages of mild cheddar cheese here. And if you know me and you watched my last mac and cheese video, guys, we shred this cheese up ourselves. It is so much better, melts so much easier. And so we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna shred up 2 cups for this recipe. 2 cups of mild cheddar. You can use sharp cheddar. You can use any kind of cheese you want, guys. They have so many different kinds of mac and cheese nowadays. Use whatever you would like, but I'm gonna shred up all this cheese and I'll get to you when I'm done with that. All right, guys, got all our cheese shredded up. It was only actually about 4 ounces of the block, so I only needed half of one of those. So if you're buying this, just keep that in mind. I wasn't sure. So this is our 2 cups of shredded cheese, and let's make this simple roux. Pot of water boiling up. I'm gonna throw this macaroni noodles in there. And then in another pot, we're gonna go ahead and start the roux and make this cheese sauce. Okay, so now while that water is boiling, we're gonna go ahead and put in a 1/4 cup of butter into another pan. It's a 1/2 stick of butter. We're just gonna go ahead and let that melt down, and when it melts down, we're gonna go ahead and throw in our flour. So now our water's boiling. I'm gonna use about half of this box. That's gonna go into the pot of boiling water. And it should take about 8 minutes, but I usually just taste it. At this point, we're gonna go ahead and start making our roux. Gonna throw in a 1/2 of a cup of flour. We're just gonna go ahead and mix that in there. The roux is any good base to a mac and cheese. It's a thickening agent, just the same as cornstarch, but most people will prefer have a nice roux. And this is just gonna kind of smooth out for a minute or two. Just kind of whisking it together. We're gonna go in there with about a half teaspoon of salt. Continue to at this point, it's nice and smooth. We're gonna go in there with 2 cups of milk. And we're just gonna let that start to bubble up and thicken. As this starts to simmer, you whisk it up, it starts to get super thick. This is just the base, and we're gonna add the cheese in here soon. We're gonna add in basically just pepper to your liking. Probably add about that much in there. I'd say probably equal salt and pepper is probably good. So you could add about a half a teaspoon in there. Looks good to me though, guys. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna go and add in that cheese. Like I said, I got 2 cups here, mild cheddar. I'm gonna throw it in. Just gonna whisk it in. It should melt up nice for us. That's the beauty of using cheese that isn't pre-shredded, is that it melts so quick and so well. I mean, look at that. Nice thick cheese sauce. Now we're gonna go in there with the rest of it. And then you can taste it again and see if you need to add any more salt and pepper. And this sauce is done, and we're just waiting on the noodles. And we'll throw this on top of the noodles. But guys, this is super simple. I mean, this is actually, takes like not much more time than Kraft even, you know? I mean, I know they make shredding attachments or shredding machines. Like the shredding takes the longest time, and it only took me like 5 minutes. So, I mean, you can get homemade mac and cheese in like 15 minutes. Plus the boiling time. So like 20 minutes, 25 minutes. So that cheese sauce is done, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and just throw it on low. And this right here is almost done boiling. And then we're gonna shred up this pork, and we're gonna have a delicious, amazing meal. So now that the noodles are all drained, we're just gonna go ahead, transfer over all that cheese sauce into this larger pot with the noodles in there. We're just gonna go ahead and mix that together. And my goodness, that is some creamy mac and cheese. Oh my God, let's take a look at that, guys. Look at that mac and cheese. Incredible. Oh, all right, I gotta shred up this pork. I'm starving. All right, guys. Oh my God, just look. It just completely falls apart. I mean, there's no shredding needed to be done here. I mean, this is just, 10 hours of cooking, guys. Overnight marination. This is just incredible. I mean, you just push it, it's just like butter. Absolutely perfect. All we gotta do is add in that barbecue sauce. This little section seems like a little bit of fat, so we'll probably keep some of that out. But my gosh, guys. It smells amazing. And this is one of those comfort foods. And I'll tell you, the crock pot's one of those things, guys. It's like you could be having a bad day, but you certainly left yourself a nice surprise when you get back home, and remember that you don't even have to cook dinner because it's done. And you guys, you know, you don't have to make mac and cheese from scratch. You can just throw on some Kraft mac and cheese or some Velveeta and call it a night. This stuff, just throw on some barbecue sauce, guys. It's gonna be insane. Let's try it out. This is where it becomes pulled pork, and honestly, guys, not gonna lie to you, I just tried a bite because I had to try it before I threw this sweet baby Ray's on there, honey barbecue. They're on your favorite barbecue sauce, guys, but you can't get much better than Sweet Baby Ray's. I know some people who make their own. I know some people who doctor this up, but we're just gonna go ahead and throw it on there like it is. Just mix that up. Probably add some more in there. But guys, even without the barbecue sauce, it tastes insane. I mean, there's so many seasonings on there. We marinated that all night. It has such good flavor. You could just make it as a regular roast and not even make pulled pork out of it. I mean, it tastes really good. But just add it to your liking. If you feel like it needs any more salt, pepper, throw it on there, guys. Super customizable. I mean, this is super easy. I mean, and it's just super work night friendly. Just let me go ahead and grab a little bite, see if I need any more in there. No, that is absolutely perfect. And I'm gonna go ahead and get these sandwiches ready. And guys, look at that. I cannot wait. Let's throw this between a couple buns and get that mac and cheese, and let's dig in. All right, guys, it's done. It smells incredible. It smells incredible. And thank God I didn't have to sit home with it all day, guys, because it would have been absolute torture. But I was really happy to come home to that delicious smell. So now I'm gonna go ahead and try it out. Let me, first of all, look at this mac and cheese. Nice, simple, quick, easy. Let's try it out. It's mac and cheese. Simple and delicious. Definitely always a hit. And guys, honestly, it seems like anytime you have barbecue, you gotta have mac and cheese. You got coleslaw, you got cornbread. I didn't have time for all that today, so I just went ahead and made delicious mac and cheese. Now, star of the show. Oh my God, look at that. Let me try it out. Oh my God. That is some of the most delicious, tender, juicy, flavorful pork I've ever had in my life, guys. 10 hours you marinate. You have to let this marinate. You have to. I'm telling you guys, it smelled amazing when it was raw because it was just rubbed down with insanely delicious seasonings. I put so much seasoning on that roast and it just fell apart. Guys, I'm telling you, try this one out for yourself. It's super, super simple. All in all, like the roast probably only took me like 20 minutes. The main thing is just seasoning it up, drying it off, doing all that prep work, guys. Put it in the crock pot this morning, took me like 5 minutes. Super easy, come home, shredding it up. All you gotta do is get it out of those juices, shred it up, throw a little barbecue on it. Like I said, make some Kraft mac and cheese, Velveeta, anything. Super easy. Don't forget, like, subscribe, check out some other videos, and I'll see you guys in the next one.